boogers out, the dust, the particles that are in the air. But also, you want it to, if there's any residue that's coming down, you want it to come down and fall out that way, not go back down in here. You don't want it falling that way. You want it falling that way or that way. So hands down, that is my all-time favorite, one and only brush bath. Is the best brush cleanser there is, and it purifies it. And it actually says that it protects synthetic and natural hair brushes. This gentle alcohol-free formula instantly dissolves any makeup on your brush, and then it dries very quickly. And it does. You can almost use them right afterwards, but you know, I would wait. I always just let it, you know, wait till the end of the day or something like that. So now we're to brushes. Hands down, my favorite makeup brush. Sigma Beauty is my favorite brush line, but a close second to it is the IT Cosmetics ones. And I've tried MAC, I've tried Chanel, I've tried Morphe. Oh, that's for your fun. Morphe. I've tried. Just name the brand. I've probably tried it, and all kinds of just cheapy brushes off the internet. I've tried expensive brushes like the Artis. I've tried everything, and hands down, Sigma Beauty brushes. And I'm not even an affiliate, and I should be because I promote them all the time, and I could get paid for that. Anyway, that just shows you, because I'm not one yet. I need to contact them. But anyway, second is it, and the reason is because the F80 was a flathead kabuki brush that I used from Sigma all the time, and then I found this it's so soft. The Velvet Luxe is more expensive, but it is so soft and so dense that it just really makes a difference on how you put on your liquid foundation, and that is what I would use this for. It says it's a buffing foundation brush, and you buff it in like that, and I can do circles, or I just do straight up and down, and then I come back and go across, but I usually do start buffing it out. Absolutely love this brush. Okay, so what else do you need? If you are going to apply bronzer, this to me is my favorite bronzer blush. I don't always apply bronzer, but this is for, this is a powder contour brush number 2 by Chanel. And this brush, the reason I like it is because it's so large, and most bronzer brushes are, because that's not for contouring, by the way, in the sense of going here, because it's too big. It's just too big. But for under here, it needs to be big, and you need to use this, because if this hangs down, or if you've got color here and this is all white fatty, you need to put some contour there and buff that in real good all the way down your neck, right underneath, and then buff it down real good. Now, if you're really good at applying this and can use just the butt end of this and really get the edge like that, and then, you know, through here and all that, that's great. But for an angled brush, I don't know that I'd use that one. I use that under here, and I absolutely love it. Hands down, favorite bronzing brush. For contouring, I have to tell you that I do like my Chanel contouring brush, just because it's a blush brush, and it's a dome shape. It's not your typical, let me show you. Where is you? The angled blush brushes, honest to me, are a dime a dozen. I have not found one I love, so I would say I would just stick with my Sigma brushes, just because it's sigmabeauty.com, just so you know. I'm going to just say Sigma from here on out. But I also do like the IT one, and I really don't feel like angled brushes are much different from each other in the brushes as far as their the purpose of them. But Sigma is my favorite, and I just don't know why I don't have it in here right now. Is it in there? Anyway, it's an angled blush brush, and basically you can use the butt end. I call it the butt end. It's the short side. You can use that for contouring right here, and then use the overall and the blush, and you can even use a little highlighter up here and do right there on top, not where you just were, but right above it, and it will knock off a little highlighter here if you want to use it, and then smile and get those cheeks up and go in a circle. And what that does is it just drops off just a little bit in the circle, and that's all you need. I usually do the top of my chin just a little, and then blend it back out down into the contour color. Same thing up here in my temples. I add a little bit of blush and under my nose, just a little bit, very, very little, so it's not brown brown. It has a little hue of pink to it. But again, I really think, I mean, this is a good one too. This is the Chic brush, but really any blush brush, I really feel like if they're a good quality brush line, period, I don't have a favorite, so I would have to say probably, I don't know, I do like this one. This one or the Sigma one, either one. I don't have a favorite on that. For applying just blush though, I do like my Chanel blush brush. And y'all know that number 2, Rose Bronze, is my must-have blush. And the little brush that comes in the compact, it's just a little tiny brush, but I swirl it around and it fans out on your cheek just perfect. And then you can go up, hands down, favorite. I don't know if I brought that in here. Well, y'all know that it is my favorite. So let's keep going with brushes. What are must-have brushes? I've talked about this before. Must-have brushes are brushes that you could not get ready without them. Now, I'm going to show you what I feel my must-haves are, and I have probably hundreds of brushes. I got this big Morphe one collection from when Jaclyn Hill had it, and she has so many brushes in here. And this brush set opens and they lay flat, as you can see, like that. The problem is there's so many, it's hard to go through them and find the ones you want. Oh, there's my Sigma blush brush right there. It's kind of older. I mean, I've used it a lot, so it's looking like I need to maybe get a new one. Whereas I gotta say, of course I haven't had this as long, the cosmetics one actually looks in better shape, and it actually looks a little softer. So I'm going to change. I'm going to say for the blush brush, IT Cosmetics. I do like IT Cosmetics a lot, y'all. Here is a big old bronzer brush from, you know, Morphe, sorry. And that's what the big ones are for. It's just to really just get color in here. And I would say up the sides of your face where you're going to just pull the face in by having a touch of bronzer all over. But I feel like this is too big to really use here. I do. Or for my face it is. That's just too big. Of the Morphe brushes, I might maybe use this powder brush more for that. But anyway, not a lot of these are favorites, and that's why they're over here out of the way instead of being used like I really should use them. And I also have a Morphe brush set here and one with rhinestones there, but I'm talking about what are the ones you absolutely must have. And it's my Sigmas. I always come back to my Sigmas. To lay down highlight, I like the E55 the best. It's just a eye shader brush. It's shaped like a dome. And it's good for getting right because of that under the brow. And then also because it's not very big, you can turn it this way versus that way and get a very precise inner corner highlight. Or I usually leave it wide like that and get all the way into there and a little onto the eyelid, and then I brush over my highlight over my eyelid. Hands down, if you had to, you could just keep cleaning this off and use an E55 for all your makeup if you only could have one brush, and I'll tell you why. You could also apply your contour or your transition color with this. You can also just use the tip end and go in and out to get in your crease, and you could use just barely the end of it to go underneath. It would be a little bit wider, but you could. Now, if you could have a set versus only one brush, the next brush would be to put on your transition color the large fluffy E50 by Sigma. It's just wide and fluffy, and it just gets this whole area at one time with whatever your transition color is. Or if you want to do your all over, not have a highlighter, and just use your all over color with that, you could do that. Then to get in your crease, you want to get a little bit more focus, so I would use an E45. This is a small tapered blending brush, and it's perfect for going in your crease. Just perfect for going in your crease. Hands down, I love to have a smudger brush. Sigma calls it a short shader E20. And you can turn it this way and get very precise with it. I even use it, as y'all see me many times, used it to kind of fill where I'm kind of sparse in my brows. And I also can go under my lash line and just get just a very, very precise liner without having to use a little brow brush. So hands down, I would use that one. Now, that's it. So just these 4 would be my must-haves. If I truly could only have one, it would be this one, because I could probably make it look not as easily, and I would have to constantly be cleaning it, but I could do what I could do with those brushes. But to apply a shimmer color that is like super glittery or shiny or shimmery, you can either use your finger, which honestly a lot of times is the best thing to use, because just something about skin to skin, it really does make it shinier. But if you don't want to do that, if you want to use a brush, you need a large shader. And this is the E60 by Sigma. You can see it's very skinny, but it's also very flat and wide. And it's just perfect for going across your whole lid with one color. And essential, no, because you could use your finger. But if you could have one more brush for specialty, it would be this one. I also would say tools-wise, of course you need tweezers. Of course you need to take care of your brows. But also for your lashes, and especially if you ever just got a fuzz or something, you're trying to catch it. You know how, because your mascara can be sticky at times. You need a spoolie brush. You just do. It's great for a lot of things. It's good for combing out clumps. It's good for separating your lashes. It's good for getting a fuzz out. And it's also really good for brushing your eyebrows and shaping them. So you got to have a spoolie brush. And then for liners, hands down, y'all know, you should absolutely know this, the IT Cosmetics No Tug Waterproof Anti-Aging Gel Eyeliner. For one thing, it's got the little sharpener on the end, but I never need it because it is a scroll up product. It's just so easy. You don't even need, look, I'm going to look at you. I'm not going to even touch. Normally you pull the